Hello fashion lovers, welcome again to my YouTube channel. I'm Florence, the creative director of Floxiify Apparels. So today, let me teach you on how to draft this stylish top. Let's get right into it. Like you can see, my fabric is already on fold, and what I use in folding my fabric is my bust, which is the largest part of my body. Then I went ahead now to determine the length of this top, right? So I'm using length 25, right? So and I'm just going to make a line that tells me that that is where my top is going to stop, right? So next up, you know that this top is like an off-shoulder top, but it has the spaghetti hand as the sleeve. So I'm going out from my tape by 5, that's -5. So -5, I'll chalk down my bust measurement, that's my shoulder to bust measurement, which is 12 inches. So I'm going to be connecting it with a line, right? Then next, I'm going to be taking out my 5 inches away from my tape. So I'm going to be marking my shoulder to waist measurement. Yeah, my shoulder to waist measurement is 18. I'm going to be marking out my 18, and I'm going to be connecting it with a ruler. So next is to mark out my bust measurement. Go ahead and mark your bust measurement divided by 4. Then you can mark your excess, but you don't need your excess right now until you form that your A-line shape. So whatever I got for my bust measurement, that's what I'm going to write and marking down on my top length. And from that my marked or chalked down top measurement, I'm going to be marking out excess of 5 inches, and I'm going to be connecting it back to my bust measurement. That is my initial bust measurement, not my seam allowance. I hope you follow. So from there, I'm going to be marking out my seam allowance. So the seam allowance for this particular dress is 2.5 inches. So I'm going to be marking it all the way down. Now this already gives me my A-line shape that I want to see. This top can be cut in several ways: in flay, bias pattern, in flay form, anyhow you want it to look. So next up is my neck width, that's the wideness divided by 2 times 2. I had 7, but I added 1 inches. Then I will put my tape again -5 to mark out my armhole. So my armhole here is about 9 inches. As you can see, I've marked my 9 inches. Now to have an accurate straight line, whatever I have on my neck region, I'm going to be marking it down on that armhole, and I will draw a curve that looks like my armhole. Right? I hope you understand this. You can draw a straight line, like a slanted line, right? Then I'm going to be connecting it back again to my body measurement. So I want a curve on that my top length, and that's what I'm going to be doing right away. It is that easy. So I'm going to be going ahead now to cut out whatever I have marked out on my material or on my fabric, and this is what it looks like. So you're going to be cutting again the same thing you drafted for your front, right? Equal, like everything same. There's no allowance on any sides for the back pattern of this dress. So I'm going ahead now to cut out again. So we have 2 of this particular drafted pattern, right? The top is already taking shape. So next you're going to be doing that is to be cutting out the rope or the bias we're going to be using for the neck or the sleeve, right? So I'm marking out my length, okay, no, the wideness of this dress, sorry. The wideness of this dress I'm going to be using, of this rope, I'm going to be using 3.5 or 3 inches. I'm not going to be connecting it with a line and cutting out. So I have one long rope, right? And I'm going to be taking the measurement of the entire rope like this, and this is how I'm going to be ironing. I fold an half an inch on one side, half an inch on the other side, and bring them back together to form like a bias. And I'm going to be sewing on that part that is folded, that is open. I'm going to be sewing on it. So now let's go to the main dress. Now before you do anything on this dress, before you fold the neck region like you are seeing me folding, you have to shape the dress first. So I'm going to be showing you we're folding the sleeve or the armhole with a bias tool. So now let's go ahead and shape our dress first. So when you are done shaping, the next thing you're going to be doing is turning your armhole with a bias. So I created my bias with my fabric, and this is what it looks like. So there are two ways to fix this bias on the sleeve. Is it that you open the place you iron, that is the 1/2 inch iron, place on the fabric and sew right around the armhole, then you turn it again and sew down. Or while you've ironed completely the open place, you're going to put it inside, put the armhole inside like the middle of the bias and sew on it. That is, you pin it down and sew on it, which anyway you do, it is perfect. So I was done now sewing my rope or my sleeve, my spaghetti ham, my straps, anyone. So this is how the armhole is looking like. I've shaped first, then I turned the armhole with my bias, right? Then the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to fold the neck region, that is the neckline, right? So I'm going to be folding the neckline just once. I'm folding just once, so I'm going to be sewing on it just as you can see. So go ahead and sew the way you're seeing me sew. So please, just like a reminder, if you've not subscribed to my channel, this is the best and accurate time for you to subscribe to my channel. Like, share, and drop a comment in the comment section. If this tutorial is or was helpful for you, then leave us with a comment in the comment section. So I was done folding the first part of this dress. I'm going to be folding the other part of this dress. So first of all, I cut the excess of the bias out of the armhole, and I'm going to be sewing again. Like as you can see, I'm folding once because I didn't give enough allowance for that folding part of this dress. So when I was done folding, and this is what it looks like, right? So I'm going to go ahead now to fold the hem of my dress. Now this is a perfect way to fold any kind of dress, be it flay, A-line. So you fold little by little, gently by just take it slowly, don't be in a haste. For every sew or process, you have to take it gently, right? So this is me taking it gently so that I can achieve what I want to achieve. I was done, and this is what it looks like. So next up, we're going to be fixing our straps inside the casing we left for the neck. So I'll fix my safety pin inside my rope or my bias or my straps and fix it inside the casing, right? The bias casing. Like this, just fix yours like this. Now I'm going to be showing you how you know that, okay, this particular bias is okay for the dress. So I'm going to go again and fix on the other side. Make sure that, or ensure that it is straight. It is not twisting. Because if it is twisting, you have to start again. So we've achieved for both sides. Now, as you can see, I'm going to be taking the complete measurement of this opening, like the sleeve opening, right? It should be exactly as my armhole. So as you can see, I have 10. So 10 is very perfect for my armhole, and it's going to be okay. So I'm going to be starting from the armhole now because I'm going to be sewing the straps. I'm stopping at 10.5, so I'm going to be sewing it at that with that 1/2 inch. So I'll close it by sewing an 1/2 inch, right? So this is me. I was done sewing, and this is what the dress looks like. So I'm going to be showing you what it looks like on the mannequin. So this is what it looks like. Tell me if you would love to try these particular tutorials. It's very easy. It doesn't take too much time, and you can rock it with anything you want to rock it with. So I see you again in my next tutorial. I love you guys. It is bye for now.